Rihanna just revealed the real reason behind A$AP Rocky's viral G-string moment. The entire internet erupted after a chaotic concert footage made it look like he performed in a thong. Stick around to see the secret design behind this controversial outfit and how it reshapes his upcoming Paris performance. But first, subscribe and let us begin. Here, we saw the Harlem rapper have fans doing a double take during his recent tour stop in Baltimore after concert footage surfaced online, showing what many viewers believed was a thong or G-string peeking out from his stage outfit. That is all it took: one photo, one frame of video, and the internet went completely sideways. As clips spread across social media, fans immediately began debating what exactly Rocky was wearing. Some users joked that the rapper was pushing fashion boundaries again, while others speculated this undergarment could be a piece from Rihanna's wildly popular Savage X Fenty brand. Think about that for a second. The man does not even have to say a word. He steps on stage in Baltimore, and a single photo does the entire work for him. Within hours, the clip is everywhere, on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Everyone has got something to say. Hit like for more updates. Now, the loudest voice belonged to Boosie Badazz. On Monday morning, Boosie found himself incensed over a photo of A$AP Rocky that had been making the rounds on social media. The photo depicts Rocky wearing a thong on stage during his latest tour, and Boosie did not hold back, not even a little. He took to social media and unloaded in classic Boosie fashion, writing everything in caps. He called it sick, demanded that vocal women speak up, and declared that rappers wearing thongs is about to be a trend. He even wrote, "I'm going back to sleep. This world is ending." Now, Boosie is Boosie. He says whatever he is thinking, regardless of the consequences, which is certainly true. Here, our commentators know him as one of rap's most outspoken artists, especially on issues concerning masculinity. If a man simply looks at a bottle of nail polish, you can be sure Boosie is going to give his opinion. But it was not just Boosie. The comment sections across every platform lit up. Some sided with Boosie and called it a step too far. Others laughed it off as another Rocky fashion flex. Meanwhile, a third camp, perhaps the most interesting one, immediately pointed the finger straight at Rihanna. The logic was simple. Rocky lives with a woman who literally owns one of the biggest lingerie brands in the world. Who else's drawers would he be pulling from? Neither Rocky nor Rihanna publicly addressed the viral speculation. But that has not stopped the internet from turning the moment into memes and heated fashion debates. And that silence actually spoke louder than any statement ever could. Because the thing about A$AP Rocky and Rihanna is they have never really needed to explain themselves, least of all when it comes to fashion. Let's look closer at who Rocky is as a person, and the less surprising this whole moment becomes. This tour is only his second headlining concert tour. It began on May 27th, 2026, in Chicago, and is scheduled to conclude on October 11th, 2026. The tour supports his fourth studio album, Don't Be Dumb, his first full-length album in nearly 8 years. So, this is Rocky at a turning point. He waited almost a decade to drop a new album, and this tour marks his return to headlining shows since his Injured Generation tour in 2019, taking him across North America and Europe with 43 arena concerts and festival appearances. That is the exact context we are tracking. He is back with a full arena tour. Yet, the story trending the hardest is a G-string. You genuinely cannot write this stuff. Known for taking risks with his style, Rocky has long been considered one of hip-hop's biggest fashion influencers. Throughout his career, he has challenged traditional menswear norms and embraced high-fashion looks that often spark conversation. So, the Baltimore moment was not random. It was not an accident. It was not a wardrobe malfunction. It was A$AP Rocky being exactly who he has always been. The question we are asking is, where does Rihanna fit in? And the answer to that goes back further than many realize. To understand why that G-string photo hit the way it did, you have to understand the man wearing it. Because A$AP Rocky did not just stumble into fashion risk-taking. He built an entire identity around it, and Rihanna has been embedded in that identity for years. Rocky has admitted that he sometimes steals clothes from Rihanna's closet and wears them. Speaking on the Run Through with Vogue podcast, he detailed his philosophy as a matter of principle. In his words, "Man, pardon my language, but I do what I want. Zero hesitation." He stood on principle, declaring, quote, "Pardon my language, I do what I want." Subscribe for more rap news, Rocky declared. quote, "I want." Then he went further, claiming he wanted to inspire daring men, and that he rejects the boundary between masculinity and femininity. When our editors looked at his comments on Rihanna, he complained, quote, "It's not fair that my girl can just go in my closet and take whatever she wants to wear." His logic is simple. It goes both ways. He confessed she has designer pieces he secretly took from her wardrobe. So when fans spotted that G-string and assumed it was Rihanna's, we knew they weren't crazy. They were just connecting the dots that Rocky himself laid out during a revealing Vogue podcast interview. He already confessed they raid each other's wardrobes. That is just how they roll, and we find it fascinating. This iconic couple can pull this off because of their individual power as tastemakers in the fashion industry. These are not just celebrities relying on stylists. Both are true creative forces who have spent years forging their own style signatures. In fact, Rocky built his whole brand as a self-proclaimed fashion killer. That's the title of his 2013 hit. Since his early Harlem days, he's mixed Raf Simons with sportswear and wearing kilts before it was trendy, layering pearls over hoodies before it went viral. He never asked for permission, he just led, and we watched the culture catch up. Now, Rocky has built his own creative agency, AWG, into a global style powerhouse. He isn't just dabbling for internet clout. This artist has spent a decade treating fashion as pure expression that ignores traditional gender norms. Meanwhile, we've seen Rihanna execute the exact same kind of revolution, just from a totally different angle. She built Savage X Fenty into a massive lingerie empire, focused entirely on body positivity, unapologetic femininity. Launched in 2018, it changed the industry by offering sizes from extra small to 4XL and showcasing real bodies in major campaigns. Rihanna's goal was never to fit a mold, but to smash it. If you're enjoying this deep dive, hit like and subscribe. We have two trendsetters under one roof who broke boundaries of what genders should wear. Naturally, they share wardrobes. The real shocker would be if they didn't. This duo has built one of the most talked about partnerships in show business, not because of drama, but because of their effortless vibe. Right now, they're raising 3 kids together, including their young sons Rizza and Riot Rose, and baby girl Rocky, born in 2025, all while continuously scaling up their personal businesses. Rihanna is still the powerhouse behind Savage X Fenty, Fenty Beauty, Fenty Skin, and Fenty Hair. Meanwhile, Rocky is still designing, creating, and styling himself exactly how he pleases. Neither partner dims their light for the other, which our team believes is why they succeed. That creative respect and mutual desire to push limits explains everything, right down to the viral G-string and Rihanna's lack of comment. It explains why fans instantly pointed fingers directly at Savage X Fenty as the main source. Before we reveal the truth, make sure to subscribe. Here is where it gets wild. The same week, social media exploded over Rocky's undergarments during his live show. Rihanna's brand had already highlighted a similar G-string in a major high-profile campaign earlier that year. The billionaire superstar personally modeled the new looks from her brand's Love So Savage collection, which featured a black lace bra, a red set with frilled trims, and a G-string. See the connection? Rihanna was literally posing in a G-string for her brand months before Rocky's concert footage went viral. So when fans suggested Rocky's undergarment came straight from her company, they weren't just making jokes. The company had literally been pushing a massive campaign featuring that exact item, modeled by Rihanna herself. What our reporting team finds fascinating is what Savage X Fenty stands for as a brand. This is not just some company selling a narrow fantasy. They built their entire identity around the idea that fashion should empower. They center on inclusivity, and instead of chasing fleeting trends, they champion individual self-expression. We've seen that exact philosophy align perfectly with Rocky's personal outlook on style. He completely ignores fashion barriers, and she built a massive business, destroying them. That viral moment acted as a perfect live advertisement for everything they represent. She shares 3 kids with as soon as possible Rocky, including Rizza, born in 2022, Riot in 2023, and baby Rocky in September 2025. Their growing family clearly inspires her creative vision. As we see in our analysis, her collections focus entirely on empowerment and self-love. Sources close to the couple report they're thrilled with family life, adding deep authenticity to her business. Hit subscribe. This brand is far more than a typical business venture. It directly reflects her identity, her personal values, and her cultural movement through the world. Our team notes that Rocky is deeply tied to this empire, not just by sharing a home with the founder, but through his active, hands-on participation. We watched him help launch major Fenty skin products alongside ASAP. He isn't merely a partner watching from the sidelines. He stars in campaigns, fully embedding himself in the creative empire Rihanna has built. We believe this blending of their personal and professional lives is entirely intentional. And that overlap is what gave their Baltimore photo such explosive viral energy. Once you and I realize that Rocky proudly wears Rihanna's clothing, and that her Savage line puts G-strings in the spotlight, it's clear they've spent years dismantling rigid gender norms in fashion. In our editorial view, this isn't a scandal, it's a bold fashion manifesto. When journalists asked Rocky about Rihanna modeling for her own lingerie brand, he kept his response incredibly direct, sharp, and entirely relaxed. It's her body and her choice, simple as that. This moment quickly went viral, with our editors tracking massive fan support, praising him as a rare, secure celebrity partner, letting his partner control her own narrative without any fragile ego. We know today's celebrity couples are often burdened by heavy control, jealousy, and social media drama, so his attitude felt refreshing. Here's our take on the other side of things. If he is relaxed about her modeling, then she is almost certainly just as supportive of his own style choices. That shared freedom, that continuous and deliberate refusal to restrict each other's fashion is the real headline here. As commentators, we know social media loves turning isolated incidents into massive culture wars. This viral snapshot did far more than spark debate. It exposed one of hip-hop culture's most sensitive, ongoing divides. We are talking about masculinity, style, and who gets to dictate what rappers are allowed to wear. Boosie Badazz led the charge on one side of the debate, but he was hardly alone. Our editors noticed comment sections overflowing with traditionalists claiming a line was crossed, arguing that hip-hop culture has strict standards that Rocky is actively tearing down. Meanwhile, longtime observers who have carefully watched his fashion journey for a decade countered that this style is nothing new. We've seen him wear skirts, paint his nails, and incorporate feminine cuts into his wardrobe for years. For us, this latest style moment isn't a twist. It's the natural progression of an artist who's always pushed boundaries. Though the piece might just be part of his designer pants, Boosie rejected any logical explanation, and that is the exact core of this culture clash. One faction views it as a cohesive, high-fashion statement that makes perfect sense when analyzing his creative journey. However, the opposing side completely rejects that context. They want traditional boundaries enforced. Yet, the Rihanna angle keeps driving the narrative forward, because we know this isn't just about Rocky pushing the envelope on stage. It highlights the direct crossover between their private life, his performance wardrobe. Our research shows fans speculating the undergarment is actually from Rihanna's incredibly successful Savage X Fenty brand. That elevates this beyond a simple style debate into an intriguing discussion about their partnership, how they operate behind closed doors, and whether Rihanna herself had an active hand in selecting his stage outfits. Based on our analysis of their public comments, she simply lets him express himself freely. That is their core dynamic. She does not control his style. Instead, she built an empire celebrating total bodily autonomy, and she shares her life with a partner who has championed that exact philosophy for over a decade. A source close to the couple recently told us that Rocky lives like royalty on her massive earnings, and she fully supports it, noting he has earned her absolute trust for life. We are looking at a relationship built on a rare level of mutual respect and absolute freedom that few couples ever achieve. He supports her business, she embraces his wardrobe, and together they have crafted a life focused on independence. In our view, this viral photo is simply the ultimate public display of their bond. Rihanna has built a massive $1.4 billion empire spanning cosmetics, lingerie, and music. Selling over 250 million records, she stands as one of the richest self-made women in entertainment. Remember to like this video, because when your empire is built entirely on self-expression has no boundaries, and we know you're not about to police your partner's undergarments. To do that would completely contradict everything she represents. Let's be real, Rihanna is many things, but a hypocrite is not one of them. The online crowd quickly shifted to the next viral trend, as always, but the conversation they started did not disappear. Instead, it merged into a massive discussion surrounding Rocky, his style, his high-profile relationship, and what all of it reveals about hip-hop's future. For more updates, hit like and subscribe. Now, look past those memes and Bowie's loud rants or the wild stage videos. When we look at the bigger picture, we are witnessing something far more important than a single viral post. You and I are watching a power couple who spent years constructing parallel empires based on a single rule. Never let the public dictate how you look, how you dress, or how you express your own identity. The famous pair now raise 3 kids together, including sons RZA and Riot, and daughter Rocky Irish. They've built a family, launched billion-dollar empires, and navigated legal battles and heavy public scrutiny, including a shooting near their Beverly Hills estate, while critics constantly searched for cracks in their bond. Now, Rocky is Vibe's Summer 2026 cover star, opening up about his career, his family life, and his historic bond with Rihanna. In this exclusive chat, he addressed for the very first time that terrifying shooting near his partner's Beverly Hills residence, sharing exactly how traumatic that experience felt for the household. He explained that the situation stripped away their peace of mind and the simple joy of moving around freely, saying, quote, "I do not want to be robbed of my peace and joy," end quote. He then critiqued today's toxic celebrity obsession, noting that fans have always crossed boundaries to get close to stars, even before the internet. As commentators, we see a man prioritizing personal freedom. He has navigated a shooting, legal chaos, and constant pressure, yet his ultimate goal is simply to protect his family and preserve his peace. Be sure to hit that subscribe button now. He wants to walk through life unrestricted. Naturally, that personal freedom dictates his fashion choices as well. It absolutely does. Speaking warmly about raising 3 children, he explained that real fatherhood means being fully present, available, deeply receptive, and unconditionally loving. In our editorial view, those are not the scripted words of a performer chasing clout. He is sharing a genuine lifestyle philosophy that influences every single arena of his life, including his stage persona. Meanwhile, Rihanna's public stance remains as rock solid as ever. She proudly supports him, promotes her own products, commands the front row at his concerts, and even steps behind the camera to direct his promotional campaigns. She acts as a true equal, not a manager. Just recently, the two attended the 2025 Gotham Awards, celebrating Rocky's nomination as Breakthrough Performer for his performance in Spike Lee's film. Their joint red carpet appearance emphasized the power of having real family support in the spotlight. Having her standing there was an incredibly meaningful display of devotion, proving they are completely aligned in love and business. That is the actual story here, not some viral underwear photo or Bowie's noisy social media complaints. We are looking at a couple who constantly back each other's projects, share high fashion pieces, and build massive companies with the exact same creative vision, all while raising 3 children. Let's look at Rihanna's own thoughts on the matter, especially regarding her upcoming music. She admitted, quote, "After a while, I looked at it and felt this much time away from the studio needs to truly count. It has to matter, and I must show everyone the true worth of this. Wait," end quote. She confirmed she has been working in the studio for 8 years. While the public watches the noise, she has been building. And Rocky is matching her pace, planning an album drop, a massive world tour, and starring in a Spike Lee movie, all while effortlessly wearing whatever he wants. For now, the Savage campaign acts as a major style statement and a reminder of her complete creative dominance. Whether dominating beauty, fashion, or music, she moves on her own terms. The new Savage X Fenty line delivers her signature message: confidence is never seasonal. Now, here is what the public completely missed about that wardrobe choice. Amid the endless social media memes, it was not some chaotic accident, a standard wardrobe malfunction, or Rocky simply acting wild. In reality, it was the ultimate branding move for this fearless couple. A simple piece of clothing, perfectly captured years of shared values between 2 superstars who refuse to seek validation from the public. So as Bowie stays quiet and the web debates a new topic, this power couple continues to win on their terms. In their Beverly Hills home, Rihanna and Rocky run things on their terms. Hit like for their savage style, sharing one massive fashion closet.